I would like you to think about different frames and different opportunities, different options when it comes to interpreting things, and how that can really help you in your life when you recognize that not everything is as it seems. And there are so many different solutions, so many different interpretations to a problem which you might be having that might seem very daunting from one perspective. It might make a completely different sense from another perspective. And I want you to close your eyes for a couple of seconds now, just in order for you to center yourself in the present. We're here, we're going to spend a little bit of time together, and we're going to find solutions to your problems, okay? So it's all good. We're going to go to the depths of the subconscious mind, and we're going to work with what we find there. This is something that we do very often on this channel. We go to the workshop of the subconscious and come up with alternative solutions to life's problems. That's what the tarot is all about. That's what the esoteric path is all about. Looking at the world differently and conquering our challenges in a tricky way. If you enjoy this type of content, please make sure that you're subscribed. Let the algorithm know that you enjoy my content by commenting or leaving a like, and also consider booking a reading with me if you're interested in that kind of stuff. It really helps the channel. All right. So I would like you to now think about one issue that you might be having at this moment. An issue that might seem very crucial and unsurmountable. Something that is staring you in the face. Something that's been here for a while and it's not going away. And you feel kind of helpless in handling it. So we're going to give your subconscious mind a chance to put this problem in a different light so that you can get around to solving it. Okay? And all you need to do is you need to formulate a very short sentence. Come up with a sentence that encapsulates the essence of the problem. So sometimes we see the problem from up close in all of its complexity. And with complexity comes a certain difficulty of seeing what really matters. So if you could try and see if there's a really simple reductionist way. It doesn't have to be a very precise explanation of your problem if it's really complicated, but the fewer words you can express your problem with, the better. And so now that you have come up with a short explanation, if you have, if not, make sure to pause this video and think about it a little longer. We really need this simplified version, and it's important that you articulate it, that you verbalize it. So make sure to spend some time on it if it doesn't happen very quickly. And I'm going to ask you to take this sentence and say it once in your mind. You don't have to say it out loud, just say it internally. Just once. And when you've done that, I'd like you to start playing around with this sentence by changing the word order. So for example, if your sentence is, I have a problem with my self-confidence, let's say that's your problem, then you start creating new sentences with the same words, just in a different order. Self, have confidence, I problem, for example. And as I'm creating this little drawing here to help your mind become more flexible and to make it easier for your subconscious to connect to this video, I'd like to ask you to come up with a couple of variations to your sentence. It doesn't have to make sense. In fact, the less sense it makes, the better. And say those sentences internally as well. As many as you can think of. Again, if you want, you can pause the video. It's completely up to you how much time you're spending on this. It's an interesting exercise to try and find all possible variations. It might not be the easiest thing to do, so you don't have to do it. I know you're kind of tired and your subconscious mind is activated, so it might not be something that you want to do right now, but it's an idea. And now that you have been breaking this sentence up in so many different ways, I'd like you to start substituting the words. So let's get back to your original sentence again. Articulate it again in your mind. And let's come up with some new words that you can replace the original words with one by one. So for example, my sentence, I have a problem with my self-confidence. I could replace the word problem with light bulb. I have a light bulb with my self-confidence. And then continuing to replace all the words with another word. It can be a randomly chosen word. Again, it doesn't have to make sense, and it's actually better if it doesn't make any sense. And again, if you would like, you can stop the video and come up with many more variations to this one sentence that is sort of like a token or a symbolic representation of the issue that you're facing. So it's not the real thing, it's a representation of it. It's a verbal model of what it is that you are up against. And so feel free to play around with it. You are completely in control. Whatever you would like to see happen here is going to happen. You have full creative control over this problem. A lot of times, it doesn't come down to brute force or intelligence or experience or willpower even. A huge chunk of our problems can be solved with creativity. So once you activate that part of your subconscious mind, good solutions are going to flood your consciousness, and you're going to be here as you are now, thinking that you are free, which you are, which you've always been, which we all are. It is a strange kind of hypnosis that is trying to make you believe that you're powerless. It's really not true, not in the slightest. If anything, you are infinitely powerful, almost to a scary degree. You have so much control. So many possibilities. Life truly is a gift, but only if you understand this. Only if you are really clear on how powerful you are. Otherwise, it might seem like a nightmare, which it isn't. It's a very, very good dream. And we're all living in it, day by day. Every day a slightly different dream. And every night we go to that place where we are all one. Why is that so hard to say? Why is that so hard to believe? That we are all one unified force. So just continue breathing slowly, allowing your subconscious mind to flash images at you. If you want to, you can close your eyes and observe your internal world. It's right there. It's always there. Even if you're sleeping, especially so when you're sleeping. But it's also there when you keep your eyes open and you're walking around just being a person during the day. It's always there. The internal images are modulating your experience of reality, and therefore it is a really good idea to get to know them, to get to know the internal that is so influential, that has so much to do with our expectations and our limitations, or lack thereof, in our day-to-day life. Let me ask the tarot for help at this point. We have the Wild Unknown Tarot here with us. I'm going to shuffle the cards a little. And once again, your subconscious is making a connection here. Just allow it to do what it does best. Don't stand in its way. You cannot stand in its way, really. So just let it happen. Let the messages land. And you can continue to look at the internal images that are showing up. They are guiding you in the best way, in the most useful way. When have you become the Knight of Swords? Did it happen overnight, or was it a gradual process? Does it feel like the world is pushing back? You're trying to deliver the truth, and people are not receptive to it. When did you start looking at the world with hostility? Or when did the world start looking at you with hostility? The Knight of Swords, or the Son of Swords, is an owl in this deck. An owl that is attacking and is carrying a sword. This knight, this owl, does not believe in the organic strength of his beak. He feels as though he needs a surrogate weapon, a proxy. He feels a sense of impotence. And this derives from the amount of abstraction that he has introduced into his life. Swords, the realm of air, the element of air, are corresponding to the mind's habit of categorizing and analyzing the life that exists around you. So it is, to a certain degree, a useful instinct to try and divide up the world that exists around you into Euclidean shapes and geometrical units of understanding. However, at a certain point, you have to realize that there's nothing regular about life. It is chaos and irregularity that feeds this engine. And the Knight of Swords is frustrated because the internal perfection that he has dreamed of is not expressed in the natural world around him. And so he carries a sword, and he lunges at his prey, but he never succeeds. Is there a world that exists beyond language where you can be free? And if so, in that world, do your problems exist? I hope this helped. Good night, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.